This is what I'm talking about. Like this is the kind of person that I feel I am. Hey guys, welcome to the Polymath Show. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's a start of something new, and I am pretty excited about it. I can't wait to share my ideas, my stories, and my thoughts on some issues with you guys. I'm also going to be doing book reviews and also music album reviews. I'm probably going to start having interviews with people. Don't know, but it's new, so let's go. So what exactly is a polymath, and why Polymath Show? That's just what we're going to be talking about today. So basically, I call myself a polymath. No, I like to refer to myself as a polymath. So what exactly is a polymath, and what does this kind of people have to offer in this modern age? So that's just what we'll be talking about. So a couple of years back, I made a tweet calling myself a polymath, and I was still in school then, and it really, no, just a little bit background on me. I've always been a curious person, and growing through school and traveling to other countries expanded that curiosity in me. And I've always wanted to know who I was. I wanted to call myself a name. I remember when Instagram came, and it had this feature where you can put music/artist. Is it music/band? Or you can put a lawyer, you can put a doctor, you can put entrepreneur, and all these things. And I always struggled with that. You can put artist also, and I always struggled with that. The reason is I just couldn't come to terms in telling myself that I am that one thing. I studied medicine. I do music too. I do fashion. I'm into fashion, and I'm into art and all that too. But I didn't want to be called one person. That's one thing. I didn't want to be called a doctor. I didn't want to be called a lawyer, an artist. I don't want to be called any of these things. But I didn't know what to call myself. And it was really frustrating for me, because I wanted, I didn't want to limit my curiosity or my love for knowledge. I didn't want to limit it in one profession or one thing. And I just, I just been like surfing the web, trying to learn more things, just going on with my normal life. And we live in a society where being a generalist is not really something that people accept, or people are used to. So when you say like example is the saying that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I even remember my dad telling me that too. So but the funny thing is that is not even the full saying. They said a jack of trade is a master of none, but better than a master of one. That was actually the whole saying. But no, that being said, people like specialists more than generalists, or people are used to specialists more than generalists. And being in this environment, it was really uncomfortable it was really uncomfortable for me. I always didn't. In fact, I remember when I graduated medical school, people are like, doctor, I don't want that. I didn't even put doctor in my name. People that know me don't even know that I'm a medical doctor. Some people that know me, some people that know me don't even know that I'm an artist also, or any other thing. And the reason is the different areas that I am in, I try to be very good at them, and I try to get like enough knowledge in them. So I defined myself as a jack of all trade and master of all trade, and I was like, whatever they feel like they want to call, the norm, yeah. So I was like, I just want to be myself, and whatever people want to think, they should think. And there was a particular day I was reading about Leonardo da Vinci, and I felt this guy was good in mathematics. He was a good inventor. He was good artist, anatomical artist, and different areas. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I'm talking about. Like this is the kind of person that I feel I am. Over his life, he was very curious about stuff, and he made like amazing discoveries, and I just related with that, because that was the kind of person I was. And I was like, what do they call this guy? Like, if they want to call this guy one name, what do they give him? Because you can't say Leonardo da Vinci is an artist and leave it like that. Or you can't say he's a mathematician or a physicist and leave it like that, So what do they call Leonardo da Vinci? What is his name? Or who is he? Like, what do they describe him? And that was how I Googled it, and they described him as a polymath. A Renaissance person, but the word polymath just, oh my God. And then I learned more about polymaths, and I saw so many other people, Benjamin Franklin too, if I'm not mistaken, and other people too. And I was like, yes, that's me, And that was how it all started, That was how that idea of polymath, becoming a polymath, started. And I embraced that name, and that was how, instead of putting any musician band or whatever under my IG, I just called myself Polymath and left it like that. And that's just how the name for me, that's how I discovered it, and that's how I embraced it. Now, I understand that people are a little bit reluctant to call themselves a polymath, because they feel it is, it sounds somehow, it's just like, people just are scared, and they feel like they are not living up to the name, a polymath. And I understand that, and I felt like that too multiple times, and the thing is, nobody is living up to the name. That's one thing. Nobody. And people are just trying to be themselves, and people are calling them whatever they want to be. And the reason why I call myself a polymath is because I always want to remind myself that I am not the first person doing this, and whatever I'm doing is not weird, because like, I used to feel like that. I used to feel left out. I used to feel alone, because I don't listen to conventional music. I don't play the conventional sports. The conversations I used to have are very, very different. So different from whatever people want to talk about. So I will go to events and people are saying, oh, this, and then I'm like, no, let's talk about, let's talk about life. Let's talk about nature and just stuffs, weird stuffs, and comics, comic books. I love comic books. So, yeah, let's talk about those things. And all my life was a little bit different, and I felt like I was alone. So when I realized that there was a name, Polymath, I embraced it with everything, and I went for it. I was like, I'm all in. This is me. So describe me as a polymath. Don't say I'm a doctor. Don't say I'm an artist. Don't say I'm a fashion designer. Just call me a polymath. So that, the thing is, one thing that I noticed is, when people call themselves doctors and they go and make music, there is this reluctancy, or there is this in the society. People view these people, or let's say you're a actress or artist, and you start making music, and people are like, stick to art, stick to drawing, or stick to acting, and people, and like, they don't want to even hear you out. They don't want you to grow because, of course, when you're starting as an, let's say you're an actress and you're starting music, your music might not be perfect because you're starting. Anything you start in life, you have to, it's not going to be perfect, but you can grow on it. And the society doesn't let you grow because they feel like you should go back to that one thing they know you as. And that makes you live, that leaves that, you can be great in two things. And this is just how the society works. People, you're a doctor and you're making music, please go and just be a doctor and be good at it, and just don't, what are you playing, what kind of music, in fact, what, please. And that's just how it is. And I noticed that. So one thing I decided to do was introduce myself from the beginning that I am a polymath. So just so when you see me doing other things, like doing this video, and then the next day you see me in an hospital, like telling you that, hey, my name is Yerins Abraham, I'm a doctor, and all that, or you see me in a music video, or you see me in an art event, you're not surprised, because the first time you knew me, I introduced myself to you as a polymath. So that's just the idea. The idea is for people to actually embrace who you are and have a knowledge of who you are, and for you to be comfortable in not restricting yourself. So that's just why I call myself a polymath. There is this polymaths are always curious, and people always say, curiosity killed the cat. I remember writing in one of my lyrics, curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought it back. And that's just the truth. Curiosity will kill the cat, but satisfaction will bring it back. So people are curious, and we are in a society where we are so we are so used to specialization, or people knowing one thing, that polymaths or creative people or generalists or renaissance people are being overlooked and just put to the side. You're not serious, please do this one thing. And I just feel like there are more people like me in the world, and they should embrace this name, being a polymath, because polymaths are people with encyclopedic learning, and that's just who I feel I am. I never get tired of consuming knowledge in everywhere, whether real estate, whether fashion, whether music, in every sector of life. And I don't want to be told that because of this is how other people have always been viewing things, or this is how other people have always been living life, I have to live life that way. So if you feel like you're a generalist, you can call yourself a polymath and embrace it, and you'll see that in time you will exhibit those features, and you will be happy with yourself. And that's just the stage I am in, and that's just my thoughts on being a polymath, my thoughts on polymaths in general, and that's my story.